How's it going, guys? Anxious Cynic back again, and as always, thanks for all the submissions that we got this week. We actually had a pretty good turnout this time as well, so thanks for all of you who submitted. I don't really have any additional tips this week since the camera shake thing was kind of, like the first-person camera was almost a continuation of the camera shake tutorial and whatnot, so I pretty much covered everything I would want to say about that particular topic. But as far as the compilation itself goes, I just wanted to make a couple of notes. There's probably at least one or two submissions that didn't make it into this compilation. And that is because, if you're watching this wondering why it wasn't there, then it's most likely because you didn't follow the guidelines set up in the official rules video. So as I stressed in that video, and I've stressed in multiple of these like little end bits of the compilation videos, I suggest you watch the official rules video. If you don't understand it completely, feel free to ask or rewatch it or whatever you got to do. But when you submit, all of those things need to be in place for your submission to qualify. I've done my best to make sure that every submission that can possibly get in will get in, but like I said, it becomes pretty taxing when I'm having to follow up and correspond with everyone when they're submitting because they're not following the rules. It would be different if it was for another reason, but if you're not following the rules, you're not supplying the necessary information, particularly when people include sound in their animation and they're submitting and not even saying what the source of the audio is. And some are even using like music or sound effects that are not confirmed to be copyright royalty free or whatever, and they're trying to tell me that it is when they haven't actually confirmed it, and they're not giving me their sources, and all these kinds of things are happening. And it's just kind of a time sink for me to have to sit there and try to source all this stuff for you guys when the rules clearly state you need to do that yourself. In any case, like I said, I do my best to try and work with you guys and make sure that every submission that can possibly make it in will make it in, but as it is, there are certain ones that just may not end up in it because I just don't have the time or the energy to sit there and like verify each submission that comes in that's not following the rules. So again, if you're submitting to this, or if you have already and your submission didn't make it in, then make sure you're following the rules set up in the official rules video. That video is linked in every single one of these compilation videos. So yeah, I recommend giving that a watch. If you don't understand something, again, feel free to ask. So there's that. In any case, I apologize for not having anything interesting on the screen here. It's just really, I didn't have anything to show. So anyway, sorry about the semi-rant thing, but I just thought it was something that needed to be addressed. In any case, once again, guys, thanks for all the great submissions that we got and keeping this compilation thing alive. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the compilation. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to become a citizen today. Share it with your friends or your family and your pets. And I will see you guys next week.